The issues that matter most to you. Join the conversation. This is News and Views with Rob Snow on News Talk 580 CFRA.
When this started yesterday, Dean, the producer of the program, he got a quote from one of the most reputable moving companies in Canada. He did this at my request. You would know this company. Some of you have probably used this moving company. He asked for a quote. What would it cost to move the contents of a 3-bedroom home from Vancouver to Riverside South here in Ottawa? And it's a rough estimate because normally the company would come over and they'd take a look at the house and then give you the quote. How much would it cost to move from Vancouver to Ottawa? Now, we didn't know we were paying for legal fees and commissions and everything else, so this is just for the move from Vancouver, right? A 3-bedroom home. The estimate, tax included, was $15,657. That's to move 13,000 pounds at $92.29 per CWT, which is a shipping term, CWT. CWT means per 100 pounds. This company charges $92.29 for every 100 pounds. And to get your stuff from Vancouver to Riverside South, they pack it all up, they ship it, they unpack it. The distance is they measure it in miles, 2,772 miles. Toronto is 279 miles. So rough estimate, say it costs $15,000 to move 2,700 miles. How much would it cost to move 270 miles? Anyone pass grade 6 math? $1,500 for the movers. It's probably a little bit more. It's a lot more, though, if you're the Prime Minister's principal secretary or the Prime Minister's chief of staff. Then it's a few $100,000. As we welcome Pierre Poilievre, Member of Parliament, the riding is Carleton. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
What do you think of these moving expenses? We're calling it Relogate.
Well, the well-known columnist Paul Wells was asked what he thought the biggest risk for the Liberal government would be, and he says eventually they'll start behaving like Liberals. And it looks like his prediction came true even before he said it. This $100,000+ gift from the Prime Minister to his closest advisor and best friend came almost at the beginning days of the government. So Liberals are being Liberals. That's what I think.
Part of the culture.
That's the culture of entitlement that got them in hot water with the sponsorship scandal and the gun registry and everything else 10 years ago. And they're back, and the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Like this guy.
You're trying to say that entitlements, I'm not entitled to my entitlements. No, I am entitled to my entitlements.
I think you were in the committee room when he said that.
I was there. I was there with David Dingwall, yeah.
You were there when that happened.
And they still think they're entitled to their entitlements. I mean, listen, this is a very confident bunch right now. I mean, you have a Prime Minister who spent the summer doing shirtless selfies, and now he's globetrotting as an international celebrity. I think his Minister of Foreign Affairs was quoted saying he's the most popular man in the world. So we have a true pop culture celebrity, and I think he believes that he and his friends are entitled to all of the trappings of a celebrity lifestyle.
What do you make, because the House Leader, let me play this clip again. The new House Leader said, look, we followed the rules.
The party opposite should know what the current guidelines for relocation are, given they wrote them. Tens of thousands of Canadians applied to be part of the team of the mandate that this government was going to advance. We are proud of the diverse team of passionate, hardworking, extremely qualified Canadians that we hired to deliver the change that people voted for.
Okay, thank you. You wrote the rules. Your party wrote the rules.
There's one rule that takes supremacy over all others, and that's common sense. I think Stephen Harper used to tell us it's the Tim Hortons rule. Can you explain it to somebody, a working person who's having a coffee at Tim Hortons, as a reasonable use of tax dollars? And if you can't, don't do it. There's no question that someone who comes into government and it tries to game every single rule to maximize the flow of money from the taxpayer to their own pocket can find ways to do it technically within the rules. The question is, should they? And these expenses are spectacular. I mean, I don't even know how it's mathematically possible to have expenses of over $100,000 for a single move. It's just beyond the